All right. So we're a day late and a dollar short, but not that bad. It's only 30 minutes late. I want to end this with two things. One is we have to thank Amy Grossman, who is our COO, because without her, none of this would have happened. Amy? And on the other hand, I have to thank Stu Waterman, who runs our website and provides so much of the content. And of course, his mentorship to me and friendship to me and all the things that we have done to try to make the CAC relevant here so that we can expand it to other locations in the future. So thank you, Stu. And I just want to end with a bit of a personal story. David Kotok always sets me up, and I don't know how he does it, but he wanted to start with the ozone hole. And when I had the privilege of being a director for the University Corporation for Atmospheric Research, I was co-founder of the foundation called the UCAR Foundation. And I had the platform to invite whomever I wanted to be on the board of directors, much like I did here. And I chose several different people, but one of them was William Hewlett, the Bill Hewlett from Hewlett-Packard, because I had read so much about him and his love for the world and his love for nature. And so I contacted him and asked him if he would, and he said yes. Little did I know that just a year later, the ozone hole would bloom into a global crisis. We knew it was happening, but we didn't know why. And then we sort of knew why. We had a hypothesis, but we had no instrument to measure what was causing the ozone hole, but we had a theory about some hydrofluorocarbons that might be the culprit in the laboratory. NCAR had an atmospheric chemistry division of world-class atmospheric chemists. And so I asked them, what do you need to figure out what's going on? And they said, we need an instrument that does A, B, C, D. And I knew Hewlett-Packard made some of the world's best instrumentation and satellites parts for global monitoring and for in situ in the atmosphere monitoring. So I called Bill Hewlett and I said, do you have anything like this? And he said, geez, Bob, I have no idea. He said, but come and bring the scientists with you and we'll figure it out. So I brought them. We flew to Palo Alto. We had a meeting, and their president of Hewlett-Packard Instruments was there. And he said, we're building an instrument that does about 90% of what you need. And I said, well, what can we do? And Bill Hewlett just looked at his president. He said, you call that customer and tell them they have to wait. And then we figured out the other things that needed to be done, and they were done. And the Bill and Flora Hewlett Foundation gifted it to the National Center for Atmospheric Research. And 3 months later, it flew on a jet into the ozone hole, and it detected the culprit, which was the one we thought it was. Within a year, the United Nations had taken up this issue, and a year later, the Montreal Protocol was signed, and the ozone hole is history. And this is an example of philanthropy, corporations, government, and human beings that care about the future coming together to solve a global problem. So David, without saying a word to me, I saw the image. He sort of knew some of this story, and he set this up. I had no idea how this was going to end, really. I have a speech, but I'm not giving it. I decided to end it this way. So what I want to do is just say optimism is a powerful tonic. We have to be optimistic to solve any problem. I've never seen a problem solved from a negative point of view. And so I recommend you all go out there today after being part of this, which I think we had an extraordinary audience. And our team here, I just think it was amazing. So thank you, and I hope you will come back, and I hope you'll be part of the CAC. Thank you so much. And also, just before you leave, over here are our USF helpers. Kelly, is she still there? Poor Kelly is feeling bad, but without her and our team here, we could have never pulled this off. It was flawless. Thank you so much.